But at the end of the day, we also all realize the market can do whatever the fuck it wants to do.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue to keep going and do whatever it wants to do.
Yep.
This is just like strategic
Gambling.
I'm not gonna say strategic
kidding.
gambling. It's just like
In a way.
It's money management. That's literally like what it is. It's strategic money management.
and you can be profitable with a 6% win rate.
There's no right, wrong way. There's a wrong way. If you're losing money, you're doing it wrong.
It literally, it all comes down to understanding yourself, and I think you got to take it outside the charts.
Yeah.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are on the Trader Society podcast. We have the Grant Hardy. Grant, what is your Instagram username?
_ Grant Hardy.
And
give
then
him a follow.
Give me a
follow.
Anthony's World, the man, the dude that's got it all.
No, not even close.
He's got a lot of it.
What's your Instagram, Anthony?
_ Anthony's World _
Perfect.
What about you? What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Derek _Vandy.
Wait, who are you? You got to introduce yourself.
I'm Derek. You guys know this.
Also, what do you think about the hats? Go ahead and show them. What do you think about that? Make trading great again. And while you're at it, go in the comments below and make sure you are telling us, just if you're liking these podcasts, if you're loving them, communicate. We will try and respond to the comments. We'll do all that, and make sure you like and turn on notification bell.
Also, give us some ideas on some topics too.
I agree. We need more topics.
Yeah.
What are we?
23rd episode.
Yeah.
We just released the 23rd, right?
No, we're 23.
We're 23,
This
yeah.
is 23.
This is 23.
Yeah.
Epic.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
That's
We're staying
23
consistent,
fucking weeks,
boys.
Yes.
That was good.
That was good. It was
I
really
love
good.
you guys.
I love you. But so I guess today we want to talk about the troubles of Forex, like I want to talk about like the toxicity of the industry. I want to talk about the skill sets that it takes to become more successful in this industry, the outside hobbies, the outside life that you have to have, the shift that's happening in the world right now, and I think like traders are becoming better and just everything around. So,
well, let's be honest. Going into trading is a struggle. Like, you're not going to go in, make thousands.
Anything. You're going to lose.
Okay, hold on. Before you even start going in to make money, do you remember how hard it was to set up MetaTrader?
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like a new language.
Yes,
it's a new language,
it
100%.
It is. Like it was so hard for me to set up MetaTrader, like even on the phone and the computer, and like to operate and stuff like that.
Especially when you go into Apple products.
Yeah.
Then it gets real difficult.
Yeah. So I think the struggle begins way before you even start trying to make money.
Not even that. You trade for an entire year, and it's like, oh, my chart has been set up wrong the entire time. I have to relearn everything. Like, it could be brutal.
We went through that, but luckily there's options out there right now that teach you way better than we were taught.
Yes, and there's so many other like incredible opportunities now. Like I was watching a live last night of a trader, and she was like, I've only heard of prop firms like 2 years ago, and I was like, yeah, that's about when they came out. And I was like, it's crazy like to think about that. Like, could you imagine if when we started trading, we had prop firms and stuff like that? Like, there's a lot of tools out now that is making the industry better. Like, there's software that literally manages a trade for you when you enter the trades now. Like, that's incredible. Like,
Well, it's going to get to that point, I think, honestly, where it's like AI is going to get so smart that they're going to know exactly how to enter trades, exit trades, the risk to reward, and it's going to be so simple. And it's probably already out there.
probably
right?
is.
Where people have this where they're just making money every day and like kind of keeping on the down low.
So this is my question though, right? Is like technology and people get smarter and better at trading, what's going to happen to the market? Because the whole purpose of the market is to take money.
Well,
and
it's pretty
give it to winners, right?
Yeah,
so
but it's pretty simple when it comes to that because the AI is getting to this point where they can react to actually emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what the market's driven by is emotions.
Wait, what do you mean AI reacting to?
Like, so someone's going to, if they haven't already, has already developed a code that reacts to emotions in the market.
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna make them money.
Right.
I mean, I agree. I don't think like an AI. I don't think we're there when AI can do it yet, but I think you can code something that allows it, because like if like I trade off emotional sentiment lines, like I trade off of emotional like structure, like I can see like, okay, like if like I see an order block at, let's just say 1400 exactly, that order block is going to get hit. That's an emotional number. That's an emotional line. A lot of people, like you ask a lot of people, like when you think about trading, what are the first thing they say? You must be really good at math. And it's like, no, not really. You know what I mean? So a lot of like new traders and beginners, they look at those emotional lines. Like I know like the 1400s, the 1300s,
Just
like the round numbers are
Right.
very, very big emotional
It's like
lines.
Bitcoin with 10,000 and it hit 20,000. You know,
Mhm.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
And-
know, and now we have that cusp of like, oh shoot, we were a little bit under 20,000, and now we have all these buyers that are like, well, I
It's
don't
a
know
good
if
deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see this drop any lower, so I'm just gonna buy some and
Yeah.
kind of just
Scale in, down.
scale in. Yeah, you know, even if it goes to 8K, which I think
I
is a
hope.
possibility.
I'm betting the house.
Yeah, a house is gone.
I'm
And
actually
if it
selling my
does
house.
do that, which I
I'm selling
do
everything.
think,
2 mortgages.
I do
3.
think it's gonna go low.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go low. I think 12 to 13. That's what as low as I see it going.
So I like that we're talking about this, because at the end of the day, right, there's all these strategies, because you're on another level trading. You have like yourself and your strategy dialed in,
Yep.
right? You have your strategy, and like you've done so much with trading, right? I have mine, but I've come up, you know, behind you guys now with my strategy. But at the end of all the strategies, all the different ways you can trade, it's always the conquering of yourself and your own emotions. Like you're talking about emotional levels, you have to be able to recognize and conquer that.
Exactly.
And it relates so in so many other ways, like throughout life. And like if you actually pay attention and get good, like you can apply it in so many things.
I think the most successful traders are the ones that understand themselves and they're very disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watch all the up and coming Forex traders, and like one thing I can really respect about Alex G is that he you know, his motto is like set and forget.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing and he like enters a trade and like he like just doesn't, but like he also knows it's risk going in and stuff like that. And so like that's like something that like I think that he does very, very well. Like I think Alex is a great trader. I mean he just made 100 fucking K in a week or 6 days. Like that's epic. Do I think he's the best trader in the world? No, I'm not trying to say like that. But what I'm saying is like he's so dedicated and disciplined. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be. And that's like what I want to like get across is that you don't have to be the best. Like everyone's like you know, I know you're big on entries and stuff like that, but I'm like not that big on
You
entries.
just want to be right.
I want to make money.
Yeah.
And that's like a huge thing. And that's like one thing I respect about him and some other people coming in the industry is like they're just so disciplined. You reviewed an account that had a 6% win ratio and it still made money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
He's funded.
as long as you're making money, then like
I
you're doing
100% agree
something
with
right
you.
in this industry, because it is not easy to make money in this industry.
No.
And you know what's the worst part is? You know what the worst, like before you start, the worst part is that if you really look at it, you have a 50-50 shot of making money.
Buy or sell.
Yes and
But,
no.
yeah.
Yes and no.
But I'm saying just like logically standpoint, like you have a 50-50 shot. If you have no emotions, you just walk up and blindly click buy or sell, you have a 50-50 shot.
It's like playing war at the casino.
But then all of a sudden, you know, your human's emotions, they get into and they get involved. And that's like one thing that I just believe is become unattached to that emotional attachment, like uninvolved in that money. I mean, remember like how, like I always use the example, you could pull out a $1 bill and you could crumble it up and throw it on the ground. But when you see a negative $1 bill or negative $1 on your MetaTrader account, you're like freaking out.
I wish
you know
I
what
saw
mean?
negative $1.
Me too. But like when we first started, but like, you know, like I always tell people like this is such an emotional game. Do you know when you're in drawdown, they actually change the buttons on the meta quotes, the bottom, to be red? When you're in profit, the bottom, the screen color changes to blue. Like everything changes when you're in. That's why like when you're looking at a screen and like you're in profit, like you naturally become happier.
emotional.
It's you like your whole emotions is happier because they literally change the dynamic of the screen when you're negative and
I
positive.
wish there was a black and white mode.
I
bet
don't. There
that would
might
help,
be.
because
There
like
might be.
colors, you
Or it just stays the
relate
same.
colors to emotion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but like that's literally like you can check the buttons at the bottom. they change colors when
Yeah.
you're negative and positive.
No, for sure.
And that is crazy to me because it just shows they're just feeding off of your emotions.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, excuse me, but that's the thing is, I know you guys aren't necessarily big on entries.
I mean, I like good entries.
Yes, but there are trades that it's like, okay, this is gonna be a good entry, and if it's not, I'm gonna take a small loss.
Oh, absolutely. That's. I mean,
So
I look for
that's
that too.
That's the only difference
Yeah.
between you guys and maybe me is that I'm taking far less trades, but the entries that I'm taking are those trades that are like,
Most of the
this
trades
is
I
pretty
take,
obvious,
they have a 15 to 30 pip stop loss.
which is great.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, sometimes it's back and forth. Like GJ, I only had a small stop loss. But like GU, I'm looking at the monthly time frame.
See, here's a different perspective. I've literally changed the way I trade because I'm calling signals now for people. So I'm trying to like think and relate the way if I call a trade, that's a swing trade and it has 150 pip stop loss. Like I don't want to call that no one's going to take that trade.
I call 'em.
Yeah, no, you can call them and like take them and it works, but like people are taking our signals hopefully ultimately to learn from us, right? So I've tried to like change my strategy, and I actually like my strategy a lot better now to kind of accommodate our people, right?
For sure,
And now I think it works better because now I have a 15 to 20 pip 30 pip stop loss usually. Right now I don't because I'm in this daily Wyckoff I've been waiting on for weeks on AJ,
Which is
But you leveraged differently, didn't you?
actually no I didn't.
Okay.
To be completely honest, I didn't.
Okay, well then there's
but
that.
you going big or going home,
Right.
which is dope because
Well,
you're
on
probably
this
gonna end up-
account, yeah.
yeah, but you don't care about this account.
No.
Exactly.
Well, I will if I win. See the emotional attachment, But
Yeah,
I took
But
it.
you've already accepted what you can lose, right?
No, for sure.
You know?
The account.
Yeah. Which is fine, bro.
Right.
Like
There's
it's
a
not
lot of people
it's
that
not
trade
a-
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a big account when it comes in the perspective of things.
Right.
Which is fine. If you want to risk your account to make $100,000, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with
No,
that.
basically,
if you
it-
want to risk 10 grand to make 100 grand, I know
it's
a
a
lot of people that do
$10,000 account, and if I win, I'll make about 70 grand.
Exactly.
that. There
And
you
I'm
go.
gonna hold it.
And you probably
There you
won't
go.
even lose you won't lose 10 grand.
And as soon as you get
if it
enough
breaks,
profit, it's probably gonna come back, or it could come back, break even, whatever.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you risk 10 grand to make 70 grand, which in my eyes
It's a
is
good
a
R.
good risk to reward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it when you have no stop loss? No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
all R to
no.
R, understanding like your approach.
And
Right.
that's I explained this in one of the previous podcasts, right? There's two different types of traders: people that are going to try to turn 10 grand into 100 grand, and then someone that's got a $500,000 account that's just trying to make 1% a day,
Yeah.
or
See, I
whatever.
typically don't do this though.
which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a right.
No, there is no
If
right.
you're making money, you're doing it right.
This is the thing though. Everyone's like risk 1 to 2% of your account. Like, who set that rule and why is that right?
I
What do you-
think if you're learning, it's very good to set that rule.
Yes,
I think if you're in the new stages, because like we are unattached to the market now a lot further than people that are new. So I think risking that 1 to 2% of a small account, or not even necessarily 1 to 2%, like I think people should just trade penny lots for a very long time.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
hate that.
Why?
I just hate that, bro. Penny lots does nothing for me.
Well,
I
yeah,
would
nothing
rather
for
be on
you.
No, I know. Even in the beginning, I'd rather be on a demo account and like really trade it like a real account and trade $100,000 demo account, which you could have through top tier, $100,000 account. You pass a challenge.
I agree.
So you go in thinking like, all right, I'm gonna treat.
But you
this
do have
like
to risk 1 to 2% with top tier.
which is fine. But you're still making $2,000.
I agree.
If you have a $1,000 account betting pennies, then it's like
I just think to start, starting out, you should just keep that risk
Yeah,
low
because you're gonna lose that
like your
$1,000.
first 6 months to a year trading. Like I don't think you have any chance of making money.
I think no.
I mean, I think you can, but like I just saying like overall, like I'm really big on like I think like you should not be risking a fuck ton of money. And I don't
No.
I don't believe in demo accounts though. Like I would rather see someone trade a $100 account. I I just think there's
I agree with that.
emotional standards that come with that
It
$100
depends
account.
what you can do. Like I said, I'm for demo accounts. If you can have that challenge with yourself,
That's hard.
I do though.
More power to you.
I did it.
More
yeah.
power to
no,
you.
I know. Which is like
I don't have that discipline.
which is fine, right? So someone that can is great. Someone who can't goes your route.
Yeah. I it's just like I don't like, and then but you still practice proper risk management.
Yes, exactly.
There's
And
so
that's,
many different
that's
ways.
one of the most important parts of the game is proper risk management.
And good
R
R.
If you want to stay in the game, your risk management has to be good. And the risk reward has to be good.
Here's the debate.
Unless you're okay with losing 10 grand to make 70.
Here's the debate.
Right.
What is more important, risk management or risk to reward?
Risk to reward.
I think risk management.
Risk to reward.
I think risk to reward.
Okay, think of it like
Why?
this. So I used to, right. So my strategy is a lot of the same, right?
Same thing though.
But it's not.
It's not.
Because look, if I have a 100 pip stop loss, I'm not going to drop 10 standards on something. But whenever I have a 10 pip stop loss, I'm okay with dropping 10, 15 standards.
I think if you have a
great entries though.
Well, but that's R to R.
R to R.
That's
now
R to R because you can throw risk management out the window.
Right.
Yeah, I believe if you
how much you willing to lose on that trade could justify how big your position size is to how much you want to win. Because if not, then okay, you're gonna have what?
I mean, isn't that the same though? Risk management.
I don't think so. I think because do you go in and calculate 1% right now of your account size?
100%.
You go in you're like, okay, I'm taking
I
GJ
already
right
know
now.
that in my head though, but I've been doing this for 7 years.
But that's what I'm saying is that, but you know your stop loss. Like I think that the reason that you're good at this and your power is that you have great R to R.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I don't think like
R to
I
R.
It's easy
I'd
when you
say
don't
R to
lose.
R in entry.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying I don't think risk. I think like I agree. Like unless you're like me, like I'm the trader. Like I just take everything that I see and I just call trades, and that's just how I'm very lackadaisical. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Lackadaisical
Yeah,
about
sure.
it. So like I know like for me it's like I called USD Chef. I missed the entry because I was late. I didn't see it. I missed the entry by 60 pips, but I still ended up catching 280. And I was like, I'm cool with that.
Did
like,
that end up rising?
Yeah.
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 Crazy.
Yeah, it ended up
See, that's
rising,
one
and
of
I
the
called the
things.
drops. You know what I mean? And
That's
so
one
like,
of the things that when it comes to like trading, like I would have waited till that. What was it? The 200.
it never hit that.
Which is fine, but that's where we're different, right?
Yeah.
Is that the only way I'm taking that trade is because it comes down and hits that 200, and where you were like, it had actually a good candle pattern.
It had a
where-
great counter pattern.
Yeah, it did.
But
and
like,
rose like
but
crazy,
for me though,
apparently.
like I knew what that meant for me was that the R to R now was great. So like I can kind of throw risk like GJ, like I'm in GJ sales right now. I kind of threw risk management out the window because I know that like if it breaks this high right here, I'm gonna take a small loss, but the win is so much bigger. So I'm kind of like
That makes me feel better.
So let's be honest.
I didn't calculate my risk on this trade. I didn't calculate risk management. I just know that like, I mean, there's a little bit of risk management. Like I'm not like risking
yeah.
a fuck ton of money, but like I think that's that risk to reward. Like I would have been, if I had a 200 pip stop loss, like a massive swing trade, I would have gone in and calculated the trade.
Yeah.
Exact loss size.
So let's
but
be
I didn't
honest.
have to.
The actual importance is
Good
controlling the loss.
Yes.
So that's what is actually important.
Yeah.
So
Controlling your loss.
controlling
Which
your
is
loss.
risk management.
We just went in a full fucking circle, guys.
Giggity.
And like, but that's one thing that I'm good at. Like for me, when it comes to trading, like I can be in a shit ton of drawdown. Like I love this. Scratch this episode.
I think it's great.
No, that was
I'm
great.
just kidding.
It was
But
great.
I'm comfortable with drawdown. Like I like getting in and out of positions. Like that gets my juices flowing now. So like for me, that's like a big thing.
One
What
of the
is-
biggest things like I've had to learn though, so let's say I go into profit or I go into drawdown, is usually right whenever my heart starts beating and it's like I need to close this trade.
You probably
Profit.
shouldn't.
Probably should. You should probably add there. Like, you know what I mean? I swear, it's every direction, win and lose.
I
It's
know
it's
exactly
an
what you're
emotional
talking
play
about.
on you, right?
So dang, this thing's going.
You know one thing
I should close.
You know,
Nope, I shouldn't have closed.
And then it just goes.
You know, one thing that I actually started doing again recently is checking, since we started calling alerts and stuff, ideas for people. is news events. I never check news events. I don't believe in them. I think the market's gonna do whatever it's gonna do.
I agree.
But what I've been doing though is just in case, been like checking it and being like this morning, I knew, that's why like I told everyone like, hey, you should probably just put your stop loss and profit because there is major news happening. And I mean, we all have seen, like today it happened. Like
I don't trade news
126
events.
pips on GJ.
126
126 pips.
126 pip
Yeah.
wig on GJ.
See, I don't even look at the charts
The
during
market's
news
gonna
events.
do overall what it's gonna do.
Agreed.
So the news is just gonna make it happen faster.
And so all this literally comes down to understanding yourself and your strategy and what works. So like we're all a little bit different, but the actual fact of the matter is that we understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that and you don't accept whenever you're wrong and you can't, go move on from that and know how to cope with when you're being wrong, right or right, then you're not going to get anywhere.
You explained it so perfectly.
Thank
and
you.
and you can't have emotions either way.
No.
You can't have emotions either way.
No.
I mean, it
Like-
feels good to win.
Oh no, definitely. But I meant like,
Doesn't feel good to
it's pretty
lose.
good to
But
win.
as long as you can control that and like, hey, I'm down 5
No,
grand.
I think the emotion is okay after you close the trade, win or lose.
Yeah.
But when your trade is open, you have to think logically and look at the chart. Don't look at, negative, whatever you're negative. Look at the chart and what's happening.
A lot of people put pips instead of money.
Well,
I'm MetaTrader.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
we're going to turn this one into a reel. But the biggest thing when it comes to trading is like understanding that, okay, I am $5,000 in drawdown. I don't want to close this emotionally, but
Emotionally,
I am
I do.
going to because it's the right thing to do. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
No one wants to close a loss,
No.
especially if you don't have a stop loss.
I'm happy you
But
just brought that up because I literally just went through this on AJ because I'm in the white. But the thing is like I'm taking entries off of the daily. And I knew I was early too.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is I'm waiting on this setup for like 2.5 months, right? And it actually played out. It could have changed any direction or any moment, but it finally played out. And I was down 50% in this account because I had bad entries. I'm in at like 5 standards and just watching, the hour chart, hour time frame lower, like it finally has fallen and I'm back at break even. So hopefully this thing, it's showing signs of weakness now, right? But I could have emotionally, I wanted to do that. I wanted to take the 50% loss just because I'm like, this thing's what if this keeps going? But you got to separate that. I'm glad I did for now.
Mm-hmm. Now
We'll
you
see.
break even
Yeah.
for now.
You might be
Yeah, but
$10,000
but the thing is, if I waited 2.5 months for this to set up, then I've only been in it for like 5 days.
so it could take 2.5 months to play out.
That's my point.
And that's the thing. Like, so when I get to that point, when I'm trading, there's always points where it's like, okay, if it breaks this, I'm closing because I know where it's going next.
Right.
But that's not a money figure for you. That's a key factor that I want to bring out because everyone asks me, like, I'm negative 1,000. Should I close it? Well,
I don't
What's
know.
the market doing?
that's so different. Like every trade is so different. You don't close a trade based off of money.
No.
You chose a trade off of where price is.
Off confluence in the
exactly,
market.
and that's a key factor because
I like that.
because like I get asked all the time, like, well, what lot size should I use? What should my, like, everyone, you've gotten the question 100 times. Well, I only have a 20 pip stop loss. Why did you choose 20 pip stop loss? You have a 20 pip stop loss every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Euro GBP move the same amount of pips as GJ?
No.
No. So why would you have a 20 pip stop loss on
I
GJ?
love this.
I do too.
On instead of
100%.
EJ?
Right.
Like, why would you have that? No, like every trade should be treated differently, as well as you should have that conscious risk of each trade that you're taking. Like when I'm entering a trade, even if I'm if I'm already in the same trade. So like I was in GU and I'm still in GU. But when it got to that high, like that, I was like, oh, well, I closed it, and then now I'm looking for re-entries. But I'm treating each trade differently. I'm willing to lose this much per trade, even on my stacked positions.
Now we're getting somewhere,
We're getting
ladies
somewhere.
and gentlemen. Yes. Because this
It
is
only
so
took
true.
us 20 minutes.
Every trade is so different, and that's that's how it comes. What it comes down to is like I base my trades on confluences that are going against my position. So if the trade goes against me, I'm waiting for that next confluence area to where I'm going to see if it's going to react to that area.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't react and just breaks through it, that's where I close my trade.
Do you ever counter trade that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I do.
100%.
I do too, because like I'm a huge believer.
CHF
Like,
JPY this week.
mm-hmm. It had a great spot where it could have shorted. It
Yes.
broke and retested.
Trend line, everything.
And then like all of a sudden you're like, I've been in many trades where it's like I was in a position and I ended up taking a small loss. Or like almost break even, like when it retests or something like that. And then I hop into that position and I make the money back
Yep.
that I lost and some.
But that takes balls.
That's reacting.
It takes
That's
balls.
just reacting.
Cojones.
It does, dude. Especially when like
That's why like I hate.
it's like, okay,
Don't revenge trade.
yeah.
I hate that saying.
But if you're
I
at an
love
area
revenge.
where the market could reverse,
I love revenge.
Love revenge.
I love revenge. No, but if you're at a point in the market where like, okay, for example, like you just said, it came back, gave a little retest, but then it's like, well, shoot, I have a lot of confluence going with the continuation buy or continuation short. I'm going to go with this because I can see what the market's doing and I can see that it's very strong in the direction that it's going. I'm going to take this continuation trade, which is sometimes like this. That's exactly what happened with the CHF JPY trade. Wasn't my setup, but looking at the higher time frames, I saw exactly what it was going to do. The higher time frames had a very strong bullish momentum
It wasn't
based on the TDI, based on everything. Not typically my trade, but I took the trade based on like my emotions, knowing what the market's going to do, and then I'm up 200 pips, right? So that's where you kind of have to, that's where like trading comes in, where it's like, dang, you have to make these emotional decisions quick.
That's
based on the market.
That's more of intuition, I feel like, too. That's from years of
Just
practice and experience and growth. Like, that is pure intuition. And so, but at the end of the day, we also all realize the market can do whatever the fuck it wants to do.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue to keep going and do whatever it wants to do.
Yep.
This is just like strategic.
Gambling.
I'm not gonna say strategic
kidding.
gambling. It's just like
In a way.
It's money management. That's literally like what it is. It's strategic money management.
and you can be profitable with a 6% win rate.
There's no wrong way. There's a wrong way. If you're losing money, you're doing it wrong.
It literally, it all comes down to understanding yourself, and I think you got to take it outside the charts.
Yeah. Go find some hobbies. Go have fun outside. Go do other things.
Go find some hotties.
If that is what you want to do,
I'll high five to that.
I'm dead. No, but go out, find some hobbies, have fun, play golf, drink some beers with the boys, play cornhole, play music. We sing karaoke in here. Like, have those stress reliefs and releases, and just stick with trading. And like everyone's like, well, I spend 12 hours a day on the charts. And like, I think that's great, but like,
oh God.
Yeah, I can't do
At the same time, though, like, talk with your people about trading.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by people that trade. We talk about trading.
Right.
We talk about
every
the market.
Friday. We talk about it right here.
Yeah, but I mean, like, throughout the day, every day.
Right.
I mean, there's multiple conversations of like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? We all get our input, right?
And then there's times where we walk and we're like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
All good luck with that one, bud.
Go along.
I literally told Chris that yesterday on AJ. I was like, dude, I don't know if I know how to trade anymore. I'm sitting here looking at this drawdown on AJ. I'm like, damn. Now today I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm right. This is good.
and then like everyone, like, we still have these emotions. I promise you, we still have these emotions. We have just learned how to control them a little bit more.
And we've accepted that
we can be wrong.
Well, and that we're
gonna lose.
And that we're not in control.
Yeah, no.
That's the biggest thing. Surrendering yourself to the markets.
And another thing that's helped us is making money outside of trading. Where
keep going.
Keep going, keep growing, like, just keep living and like trying to better yourself, because like the markets are great. They can give you a great return. They can do everything for you. But the better you're doing outside of trading is the better you're going to do while you're in trading.
Here's a question. What's something you've bought from trading profits?
These Rolex. I have done that.
About
My house.
Your house?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It was a big one.
I mean, I bought a lot of things for the profits, but like for me now, I don't really like withdraw anymore because we have so many companies. But like a lot of investments into companies and other stuff.
Accounts.
Just stacking.
Well, I mean, it's just like I don't trade
You
as
just
heavy
showed
as
me
I used
something
to.
crazy.
I don't trade as heavy as I used to though, until recently. But like I took a year off from trading.
Yeah.
But like I mean a lot of companies, like I think Forex gave me the ability and the freedom to invest in other markets that now pay me, so I don't have to take a withdrawal.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love it.
What about you?
Beautiful.
I used to pay my car note with it. Yeah. And the watch.
Epic.
Yep.
I
think
love
that's
it.
dope.
I love it. Well, get out there, keep growing, make some fucking money,
Learn yourself.
learn yourself, follow us everywhere. Get ready for some hats coming. Make sure you are commenting. All right, Mr. Bendy.
I'm on one today.
You are.
okay?
You are. Make sure you are commenting, liking, and subscribing, and make sure that notification bell is turned on because we drop one of these every single fucking Friday. Trader Society Podcast Fridays. That's the fucking move. You ready, boys?
Let's go. You ready?
Go Power Rangers. Peace.